Yo, what is up, everybody? The dude, the rebel, the guy that steps to the next level. It's your boy, Keenan Sargent, aka Love92, saying what is up again. And welcome everybody to another KeeKlip episode for today. This here is KeeKlip 162, Season 3, Episode 12. I was going to say 2 for a minute. And, and like I said, we got a whole another couple weeks till we hit our 170th video. That will be in May, and it's going to be something really cool, okay? It's going to be the same thing, but something new, so just bear with me on that. So, before we get today's game review, a really good game review today, do a little recap. For 160, we went to Kansas City for NoctaCon, and once again, thanks to all the guys that were there, and if you're watching the video again, thank you. Y'all were great. I had a great time. Hope to come back next year for a panel. And for the panel, like I did in 161, I basically talked about my group Hype Omega, basically go to the cons, just have fun, hype up the people at the raves, and we'll probably get to more of that soon, okay? But for today, I want to do something so amazing in this review, because this is something I thought I would never, ever in life, as long as I live, ever see it again, but if I go online. But as far as seeing it in person and buying it at the right time, is really fascinating. And this video is going to go out to all the little boys and girls out there, ages 6 and up, because we're going to be talking about something that's very educational. The original Sega Pico. Now, in most cases, learning can be boring, but with this thing, it can be fun. So, Keenan, yeah? So what exactly is the Sega Pico? Huh, I'm glad you actually asked, mysterious sir. This here is one of the classic, very classic forgotten consoles that I had when I was like 6 years old, I believe. Yeah, I think 6 going on 8, half for 2 years. I'm kind of sad it was kind of sold off. But this is a really unique console. Basically, this is Sega's very own console for kids. It's educational. The games were great. I know we got one. I know one I just want to show just for demonstration. I'll probably put in for a video the next time. But I know another one I'm going to do a video on for probably some earlier time. Maybe after this. But this thing is beautiful. I love the coloring. It's blue in the front, and on the back, real quick, on the back, it's purple. Look at that. And the cool thing is, it has a handlebar. So you can actually carry this wherever you go. Just be careful not to drop it, because it will break. But yeah, beyond that, this thing it's beautiful. Like I said, just love the coloring. I love how the look of it is like, okay, this is something for kids, because you can look at the logo, and yeah, it's by Sega. Look at the logo. It's a Pico, however you say it. Honestly, it feels like back in the 90s, like, what kind of adult is going to have this? I mean, unless you have for collective issues like I do. And I'm surprised I found this at a Goodwill for about $4. So, hey, that was a good steal. I thought I would never see this again. Because last time I saw one was, it was Slackers, like, a long time ago. And I was like, oh my God, I remember having that. Having it back then. I remember swooping up looking up some pictures on it. I was like, man, it would be so cool to have that. And then go to Goodwill one day. Bam! Keenan bought a Sega Pico. So that's basically the outside. Let's look at the inside. And you have to press this yellow button just to open it. And now you have the interior. So looking at this thing, it's basically a laptop. But without, of course, without the keyboards. And right here is supposed to be like some piece of paper. But, of course, they didn't come with it. But either way, it still works. But looking at the inside, it looks like a regular home-based console. You have your buttons right here. These are your D-pads. And I love the coloring in that. And this is like your main action button, to where this is your pin. That's your main action button. But this is your main controller. This is the Pico pin. And right here, it's kind of like it's not a ball, but it's more like another button, so to speak. Now, I want to say this is kind of like a magnetic type of pin or whatever, because with this, you can basically trace and like you move the cursor right here, and also I will show it later. This is where your cartridge goes, and believe me, the cartridge actually looks pretty cool. Now for these are your sensors, and I'll show you that within the cartridge. So I'm just, like I said, showing this for an example. This is a PP. I thought it was PP's Puzzles, basically some puzzle game. But like I said, this is probably a video I'll just show just for the hell of it later on. So you put the cartridge in there, and here, snap, there you go. Now, like I said, for the sensors, it's run on by pages. And like I said, this thing is like a whole book. So the whole thing, basically turn the page, and there you go. Now, first off, before I actually get to that part, you can actually trace this over here, and the TV or the thing console actually reads it, and then it also shows it on the screen too. Kind of moves like a little mouse. It's really, really, really awesome. Love it. But anyways, so the sensors. So these things right here, it's kind of like a. Let me the camera take this out again. It's kind of like sensors off some of the. I know some of the consoles that has that, but like little sensors that can tell, it indicates like what page is open. So like you put it here, it's gonna show the title, and then we turn the page, it reads it. So it tells like, okay, it's on the second page, now it's on third, and the last one right here, I think is the fourth. No, okay, that's the last one. So it reads out the 6 pages. That's for each game. And like I said, this thing is actually cool for a cartridge being a book. That is actually pretty amazing. And the fact that the pen actually, you can trace over here and then actually works. It's weird. This is basically Sega's technology at its best. I don't know why Nintendo haven't done it, let alone PlayStation and Xbox, but that's their own thing. But beyond all that, and also for the plug intakes, yeah, if you can see it, yeah, so that's your that's for your power. If you can see that right there, and it has the yellow and the white. There's no red because some consoles back then, let alone some TVs, only had the yellow and the white inputs. The red was kind of more of a backups, I think. I don't know for sure if this thing would actually be 2 players, but if it did, it probably could work. But all in all, this here is a console I deeply, deeply recommend for kids. For one, if you can actually find somebody that actually has this and they're trying to sell it, go ahead and get it. Hopefully they're trying to make it for a fair price. Like I said, got set a good one. Also, I don't know what this button does, but if you play a game, probably find out what it does later. And like I said, we will do this one probably for the next episode. I know another game that I had for a while. We're going to do that soon. But yeah, all in all, good console. Good find. Really, really great find. Kind of I want to call this a Sega gem because it's going to be hard enough to find these anywhere. I'll be damned if slackers would have sold this still. But yeah, that's mostly the Sega Pico, and that'll be the end of this KeeKlip. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And like I said, if you happen to find these anywhere, Goodwill, thrift store, a friend, or whatever it is, I recommend get it. Depending on how much you're selling it for, and maybe the condition, because even though the paper's gone off that thing, but it still works. And like I said, we would do that. The Pee-Pee's Puzzles, not really a game I was going to review at first, but you know, it's a game, so I'll give it a shot. So, and like I said in the end of the video, you'll find me on Facebook. Catch up with me, facebook.com/do1192 or Keenan Sargent. Find me on Instagram and Twitter, do1192. Also find me on Vine, Keenan1192 Sargent. And you want to chat with me? Check out Snapchat, do1192 there. And until next time, stay tuned for 163. And I'll see y'all when I'm going to see y'all. Peace out.